sure we practice our skills again and again, because that's what makes us really good at math. Who can tell the class, what do we do on this paper? I'm looking for someone like George, who has their hand up tall and proud. Oh, George, go ahead, tell us.
It says you have to cut in a box. It says the number on the side of it.
You're so right. So there's a number down here, like the number 2. How do I fill out the 10 frame, George? What do I do?
You cut it in the box.
How many boxes?
2.
2. Huh. The 2 on the bottom?
No.
No. On the top. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you were here to help me explain. Here's what you're going to do. For the next 8 minutes, you are going to work on this paper. You are going to do your best. Someone like JC, she works so hard. She's so quiet during this time, and she finishes really quickly. Those of you who finish and do your best job will get to become teachers in our classroom.
No way.
I know, Mr. Sheaf. How lucky. Here's what we're going to do. Once you get your paper, you can begin. Please, Salima, please keep your papers and your trays in this spot. But you are welcome to use the pencils. I'll say it again, Salima. The papers and the trays stay in one spot, but you can use the pencils to do the worksheet. Once you get your paper, Madison, you can begin. Mama, will you come get the papers for your class, please? Have at your table.
Hey, for yeah, but you can't
Mama, just get one. No, not the papers.
Thank you.
David's coming back.
Do you want to be a teacher?
Get started right away. Get started. The pencils are right
What number? Good. How many dots do you have now?
Which one is bigger?
Good work. I see a lot of wonderful 10 frames. Thank you, Sinai, for putting your name on it. Wow. Jocelyn is already on the 3rd one.
What they're doing?
Yes, what do you need help with? What number is this? What number is that?
Keep going, Madison.
Why don't you look up there?
Why don't you ask her kindly? What did you
What do you
say?
see it? How many dots are below that numeral?
Oh, look how nicely she moved. You know, I'm going to try too. Julia, can you push your chair over just a little bit for me, please? Oh, look how nice it is. I'll fix it for you. Just get started. Thanks, Julia. Chris, I want to hang your work up on the board. Can you show everyone how to do it? It's exciting to hear the quiet because it tells Mr. Sheaf and I that you're working so hard on these papers. JC, is that the sign that you're finished? Okay, Mr. Sheaf's coming over right now to help you. See how you get your sheet.
Miss Jenkins, table 3 is whispering to help each other. They say, oh, that's
Mama.
Jesus whispering, oh, that's 9. You don't need to. Do you want me to write your name? I'll be working for you. Is there anything to wear?
Xavier, I love how hard you're working. You're doing great with the timer.
Sure
Only got about 2 minutes left. Those of you looking at the timer, continue working. If you think you're finished, you just raise your hand. Myself or Mr. Sheep will come around. If you're done and we have not come to you, you can practice writing your numerals on the back of your paper. If you are done and we have not come around to you, you can practice writing your numerals on the back of your paper. Thank you, Delina. You look so good, honey. Good work. Thank you for trying. He's doing a major job. I'm going to ask him his help in just a minute. Maybe say his.
These two look the same. Practice your numerals.
Maybe by helping, you're going to show him. You're not going to do it for him because teachers, they help their friends, okay? And they help
This one.
Thank you, Xavier. Oh, you're going to write your numerals on the back. Thank you.
Do you want help with the next one?
It's amazing to see George and Zayden and Mama and Jocelyn all of table 4 put their hands on their head. I'm going to try it one more time to see if everyone in the Colby classroom can do it. Go back to work. I bet Chase is going to get to do it because he's so silent at his table. Peyton, you can sit. Desire, you can sit. Wow! Mr. Sheep, look!
They can fix themselves and get on to the next thing.
Christopher.
Xavier.
Now, this next thing, I already told George and Zayden. I am looking, Yulia, for some friends to help me pass out the next set of tools. Now, right, Yulia, I would, of course, look for friends showing self-control, who are doing their best, and who follow directions right away. Listen carefully to what's going to happen, Peyton. When I say go, you are going to place these papers in your seat sack, and you're going to put your pencils on top of the trays. I'll say it again. Go take the green timer. Go take the green timer. I'll say it again. When I say go, oh, Mr. Sheep, oh, good. When I say go, pencils will go on top of the trays, and your papers are going where?
In the seesaw.
George, again, what a leader you are. I know, I see that smile on your face because it's making you feel so good inside. I really want Yulia to do the same. Yulia, you can follow George and do what he does. You too, Xavier? Okay, show me right now. Papers in the seat sacks, pencils on the trays. Go ahead.
I'm done.
Show me.
Chase, help your friend if you're done. If you are done, help your friends.
Oh, I love it. Her teamwork over here. Where should these be? No, put them in. Thank you, Xavier. What grade? Table. 4 is ready. Table.
2 your own.
1
your
is
own
ready. Table 5 is so close if just one friend would show self-control. Stephen, of course he's ready. And of course Zayden is ready. And of course Xavier is ready. It is amazing to see the friends who have the greatest self-control in this classroom. If you're someone, Chris, who has great self-control, shake your hands up high in here. If you're someone who's a great mathematician, let me hear you say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're a great mathematician. She'll be sitting on tall and round chair. Sit down, turn your chair. If you want to catch a bubble, you can. If you need a relining to sit on your hands, you can. Now, we are going to, go ahead, Steve. We are going to get ready for our game. If you look up here, Xavier, just make sure you're quiet, okay? If you look up here, I have something in my hand. Can someone out there tell me what it is, Julius? Please don't do that. Can someone tell me what this is? Let me see. Zayden. Look at how some friends are sending him love because they know. Show me. It's the bag and the bean counters, right? To play the game. We played a game yesterday. Who remembers what that game was called? Can someone raise their hand and tell me what that game was called? Delina.
I think the game was...
I'll give you a clue. You want a clue? Xavier. Oh no, it's Delina's turn. Oh no. Delina, what was it called? What?
No.
What was it called, honey? I'm sorry.
5 is that?
5 is.
I told you.
You did, I heard you, but next time you know what you can do. You can let Delina have it too. Oh no, I have to stop because some friends are not showing self-control.
It's dangerous to tip your chair back. I don't want anyone to bump their head on the floor.
It's okay. Mr. Sheep, do you know, Stephen hasn't moved this whole time. Stephen has been sitting in his chair paying attention, not shouting at me, not shouting at a friend, putting his eyes on me. He didn't even yell out. Stephen, is that really hard? Or is it easy for you? Stephen, I just have to say thank you. Because it's just so great to see you. Delina, George, you're right. The game was 5 is. But today, there are not 5 counters. There are how many? 6. How many, George?
6.
6. Hold on. George, honey, I know that you know the answer, but shouting it out to me is not what I need right now, okay? Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Raise your hand if you can tell me how many bean counters are on the board right now. Mama, how many bean counters are on our table right now? I'm sorry, on our board. There are 6 bean counters. Xavier, please go back to your table. Thank you. Oh, you are. I saw you reflip it. Please go back to your table. You're right. Mama, there are 6. Everyone count with me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wait till you see what I have to show you. Send the smart board some love. Because you're going to get to figure out how to play this game. Send it some love.
I know this game. We played it before.
You're right, we have played this kind of game before.
We did it last weekend when we was writing the numbers when we were studying.
Oh my goodness!
What?
Take a look. I'm going to organize my beans over here.
Jocelyn, his eyes glued to the board, sitting in a chair.
I'm sitting in my chair.
Mama. Thank you, Stephen. Who can raise their hand and tell me what numeral do they notice? Sammy.
6 is drop.
6. Wait. Oh my goodness, Sammy, you're right. We are gonna play 6 is drop. You notice the numeral 6. Watch me. And then I'm gonna have someone else come out. Mr. Sheep, will you get me a marker, please? Watch me. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is drop. 6 is and Raise your hand if you can tell me the answer. Raise your hand if you can tell me the answer. JC, 6 is and
You know, it's B and white is red. It's red and green. That is 6.
6 altogether, right? So 6 is 3 and 6 is 3 and 3. Just like you said, JC. 3 whites and 3 reds. Let's see you come and play for me. Zayden, please sit down. Oh, I was gonna pick you, Chase, too, but you're not ready. What a bummer. Let's see if you can grade for the next one. I'm going to call up. Oh, Zayden, honey, you were sitting so nicely too. I'm gonna call up. Leilani, go ahead. Mr. Sheep. Chris, come on up.
Come on now.
Okay, Chris. 6 is ready, set. Here we go. 6 is how many, Chris? What do you see? Organize it. This board looks like this. 6 is what and what? Let's see. 6 is how many and how many, Chris? 6 is 1 and count how many there are here. Count. So 6 is 1 and 5. 6 is 1 and 5. You know what?
That's not a 1.
It is a 1, sweetie pie. But you know what? I don't want to take any more of your time because you're going to get to do this right now. Here's what you're going to do. Oh, Chris, can I tell you something?
Yes.
You know how sad it makes me when I hear friends shouting out loud? Can I have a hug? Oh, thank you. Good. I really needed one. You know what, Xavier, could you do me a huge favor? Could you do me a huge favor? Could you maybe go over to your table? I'm going to bring the bags to you. Could you just sit in your chair for me for a second? I'll be right there. Oh, can you show me how to walk with self-control? Thanks. Chris, go sit down. When you get your bag, you're going to take out your counters, because George already knows this, so I'm saying it. Put your counters on your tray. You're going to put your bag underneath. And you have a pencil and a paper. You're going to play Serenity, the 6 is game. Here's the best part. Malik, you're ready for this. If Mr. Sheep or I see that you're doing a great job, you might get to go work in a special place in our classroom.
Just like writing?
Just like writing.
Now, workshop when we sit quietly to write on a paper.
Yes, I know.
I'm gonna sleep.
Here we go. When you get your bag, you may begin. George and Zayden, will you come help me pass out the bags? Everyone else, you're gonna help pass out the things at your table right now. Everyone pass out your table and we'll get started.
Pass up the paper.
Malik!
I'm
giving you the last listen.
Get working. Where are your trays? Keep going.
Great.
Make sure your baggie is underneath your tray. Your baggie is underneath your tray. Okay, thanks.
Jenkins, Mom didn't eat this one. Mom don't need this one because it's right on 2 sides. Give me. It's broken. It's broken. It's broken, Mama. Mama, I have 2 Five is. I got 4 again. Hey, that's mine. So, drop. I'm red. You're white.
You only have 5 counters.
6.
Where's your 6th one? You lost it. That's yours.
Oh, you got 2. 6. Oh, I've got 3. Also, that's why you can't. Funny how numbers.